How can companies ensure that their crane operators are being as safe as possible on the work site?
Number one, it's basically some form of auditing, really, and auditing doesn't always have to be a formal process. It can always just be out interacting with the crew and just ensuring that proper work practices are being followed and they're working as per the plan. And because when workers start varying or start straying off a plan, a majority of accidents and workplace incidents actually happen because of change. So something changed, and they don't kind of regroup, and people just start to scramble, and they start shooting at the hip to try to come up with solutions for some of these problems. The other thing is what companies could do is they can ensure when they're organizing training for their workers there, they should be ensuring that they're going to train to the highest standards that are out there that are available. So also some other things companies can do, they can also have if they don't have them, they should develop some company standards that the workers now have a baseline of rules that they must follow. So basic company policies. So in the crane world there, like for example, if you're going to be set up near an excavation, stay back X amount of feet or whatever ratio it's going to be. There's all kinds of policies and procedures that companies could come up with there for standards. And basically too is to have some work procedures, develop some work procedures. So what happens there is now when you have these work procedures, it doesn't matter if you have a crew performing the work in say Sudbury or Ottawa or wherever you might have a crew, they're all performing the work to the same set of procedures. And that's really extremely helpful with safety sensitive type of work there. And crane operating and rigging is always real safety sensitive, and it can be extremely safety sensitive in certain situations there, right? And then another thing companies can do is perform competency tests or ensure competency tests are being done on their workers. So the word competent worker under OH&S is actually a massive word. And unfortunately, the day of a supervisor just on his opinion stating somebody is a good worker, he's able to do a task, is almost starting to phase out. Companies should have some sort of a paper trail.
Okay, perfect. So that's great. So you mentioned audit, quality training, doing your homework on the training provider, the policies, both safety and work, and then the competency test.